Okay, so there are very few nurses here that I feel like would be straightforward with me, would be honest with me, and one of them is here tonight, and she's really awesome. She's like that tough love kind of nurse. So I always like struggled with how she is with Naya, but when it all comes down to it, I think it's just that tough love. Um, but anyway, I just talked to her. Today is Wednesday, December 16th. Um, I just talked to her and I asked her, like, what are we waiting for? Like, what's going on? And not to necessarily rush them, like, because I definitely don't want to be out of here before she's ready for it. But, I just kind of asked her, like, what's the gist? Because Naya is doing so well. She's taking all of her feeds by mouth, which they're all impressed with because it's been like 2 weeks she's been eating by mouth now. So she started eating by mouth at 34 weeks, and she was born at 24 weeks. So they're impressed. They're like, listen, this is going great. Let's just keep this where it is. And I'm all fine and good with that, but for how long? And she just kind of said, like, she's having these episodes still. And remember, I don't know if you've watched my videos before, but if you are watching now, an episode is when the baby desats, so her oxygen saturation goes down for more than 20 seconds. So she's like not bringing herself back up out of it. And then heart rate drops as well. And again, that's only if it's for more than 20 seconds or if she's just really not bringing herself back out of it. Um, so that has happened like rarely. What we've noticed too was like if they were happening, it was always when she was like bearing down. So when she's like pushing and trying to poop, that's when she would get those, like, that's when she would have a very quick episode. And in fact, her heart rate wouldn't even drop. It would just be her oxygen saturation that was going down. So it's better, obviously it's best to not have any of those, but it's better to have the one and not the other, so she was actually just see, right now she's holding her breath because she's pushing. There we go. There we go. Okay, see, now she was just doing it there. Her heart rate was not dropping. It was just a desat, so her oxygen saturation was going down because she was holding her breath. She was pushing, and so that's kind of what we've noticed has been going on for a few weeks now. Whether it's like a vagal like response or that's just sort of her defense mechanism to whatever's going on in her belly, be it constipation or, they say she has reflux. So whether it be her response to that food coming back up or indigestion. See, to me, I feel like she gets really squirmy because there's air trapped in there and it's really uncomfortable and she can't burp it out and she can't fart it out past gas. That's what we've been noticing. That's been that normal DSAT that she's had. But and the doctors were saying, like that we wouldn't be so worried about to send her home with because that's just like, something mechanical. It'll go away in like a second. So that was okay. Like she pulled herself out of it after she like squirmed a little bit and kind of moved her belly around, whatever. So that's fine. However, in the past week, they said that she's been desatting and heart rate dropping to the point where her color changes. So she's turning blue or purple because she's not breathing and her heart's not beating. So that's what we're trying to figure out right now, like what's going on. Her lab work is fine. Her head ultrasound was fine. Her lungs look amazing. She's still wanting to eat even after she has these episodes. So what they're saying is those episodes have to be gone. Those episodes where she drops her heart rate and her oxygen sats, those have to be gone for at least 5 days, at least. But if it happens, oh, and so those episodes have only been happening at a feeding. And what some of the nurses are gathering is that it's happening because she's getting this medication and she doesn't like the medication. So it's kind of her like saying, don't give me that. See, this is one of her squirmy, wormy episodes. Okay, so that was another one of those squirming episodes. She came out of it really quick. She's breathing again fine. So that was like not a big deal. However, back to what I was saying, they noticed that when they're giving her her medication, that's when she desats, heart rate drops, changes color, all of that. So what they're going to try to do is they took one of the medications out because her levels were actually higher than normal, so it's okay to take that away. But they were just giving it sort of as like a supplement, and they're going to spread out her medications and try to give it not necessarily with a feeding to see if she'll stop doing that. Because as long as these episodes, if we can get that episode gone, you know, the one where she desats and heart rate drops and changes colors, if we can get that gone and she can go 5 days without having episodes, then we're golden. I can take her home. But if she still continues to have those episodes, specifically if they all of a sudden start not happening around feeding time, then we have to figure out what's going on, and she could buy herself like 7 a whole week. So I don't know. She's looking really good, and I'm so happy that she's doing amazing. I'm just gonna continue to take it day by day and be thankful that that is the only thing that we're trying to get past right now. I'm really, really hoping there's nothing underlying going on, and I'm just hoping that she just needs some more time to kind of like figure out what's going on. I do really just want to take her home because she's doing so amazing, and I feel like I could take care of her, but the nurse just told me, she said, if she has one of these episodes while you're at home, you're going to end up calling 911. You're not going to be, able to handle it, so to speak. So, she said you'd rather just stay here and have us take care of it than take her home and then have to call 911. She's back in the hospital for the holidays and she's in the PICU. Because if we take her home and something happens, then she won't be going back to a NICU. She'll be going to a PICU. So she kind of put it to me that way, and that made me feel less anxious to get her out of here. Obviously, I want her home, but I don't want to rush her. I want her to be ready to come home. Because she's right. I don't want to take her home, 2 or 3 days before Christmas. Or, I don't want to take her home in 2 or 3 days and then have to go back to the hospital 2 or 3 days before Christmas and we're spending our holidays at the hospital again. So it sort of gave me a different perspective, and she's absolutely right. Naya, I hope you caught that smile there, but Naya is doing amazing. This is just one little hurdle that we have to get over. We've gotten over everything else. I just have to keep thinking about it that way. She's come a long way, and I just have to be thankful for that. Anywho, that's all I have for an update. That's the best I can do. I wish I had a date, just like I'm sure a lot of you are wondering when she's gonna get home, and I wish I did have a date. But as of right now, this is where we're at. We're still here, and I'm still very, very, very hopeful that she'll be home for Christmas. I'm just not gonna rush it, because if she's not ready, then she's not ready. So I will catch you guys in my next video. Hopefully a next update will be from home, and Naya will get to see her big brothers and big sister. Bye.